Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this mid-month psychic tarot update for April 2025. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in April and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there, so you might want to check that out. And stick around to the end of the reading if you want to hear about any of the special video series I've recorded for my Vimeo on-demand videos. And all those links are posted down below. Not all of them, but most of them are posted down below in the description box in the Show More section under the video. And the links are on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. I will tell you about one video series that you may be interested in. On March 30th, we had Neptune moved into the sign of Aries for 14 years. If you want to get a reading for your specific sign for those 14-year time period, or you may want to get your rising sign and your sun sign, those Neptune and Aries psychic tarot and oracle card readings are available. There are 16 tarot cards in that reading, plus 2 Keepers of the Light oracle cards. So there's a lot of predictions and messages. Before being edited, they were running almost an hour long. So you may want to check those out. So all that being said, now onto your mid-month psychic tarot update. And I'm for the month of April 2025. And I'm starting with the sign of Aries. Aries, the first card you have is the Four of Pentacles. This is holding on protectively to things of value. It could be money. It could be other things of value. It could even be emotions. Holding on to things protectively, but it can also indicate financial success could come to you in the future. I do feel like some of you may be trying to figure out ways to save money or to make more money, because maybe you're getting ready to do something with a decent sum of money. You may also feel like you want to fix things to do with money, like pay down debts or, change accounts, maybe invest in stocks or crypto or land, or move bank accounts around, but paying down debts and trying to do any repair to any financial issues that may have been coming up for you. Maybe you're trying to fix your credit, like raise your credit score or fix your credit. And you could be getting some good advice from people. I feel like some of you are really, again, I'm hearing it again, like saving your money because or focusing on your money or saving it because you're getting ready to do something with it. You could be buying a home, you could be buying a car, or some other big expenditure. Maybe you need a new computer. I don't know what it is, but like looking at your money, saving your money, figuring out things in regard to your money, because I feel like something is getting ready here to happen. And especially when I look at your card that came up with it, that could make a lot of sense, but I'm not there yet. You may have to prove the money you have. Maybe you're trying to get a loan, or you need some kind of getting a mortgage, a loan, or you need to show value that you already own as collateral for getting a loan. You may be trying to get a grant. but it's all to do something. There's something you're trying to do here. Buy something or pay down debts, straighten out your money. These are things my guides are mentioning. So the other card you have that came up with it is the Four of Rods. And that could be getting married, attending a wedding, throwing a wedding. It could be success in springtime. It could be attending some party gatherings or celebrations. I feel like there's something Aries are going to finally get up off the ground that you've been trying to get going. If you've been trying to buy a home or refinance your home or renovate a place where you live or do like expand your property, this could be involved, all tied up here with what's going on with the Four of Pentacles. So you have two fours here. Now, fours can be a very protective number. So your finances and whatever you're doing, if you're expanding your home, renovating your home, buying a home, getting married, whatever you're doing, you're focusing on straightening and getting your money organized, saved, or getting it together, or getting loans in the Four of Pentacles card to do whatever it is you're getting ready to do in the Four of Rods card. And rods came up a lot for the signs this month, which is interesting because in the Northern Hemisphere, it's spring, and spring is growth, and rods do bud and flower, right? These wands, these rods. So interesting that rods or wands, whatever you want to call them, came up a lot in April. Some of you are having to get yourself together because you are getting married, or you could be attending a wedding. It could also be somebody in your family. Maybe one of your kids is getting married, or a grandchild's getting married, or you're getting married. So, or could be some other big event that you need to buy a gift or give money or buy, an outfit to wear, or all of those things can be involved here. You could also be helping out somebody financially that is married, or one of your kids, or somebody in your life that you care about that wants to buy a home. Maybe you're going to give them money or loan them money to do it. Maybe you're paying for somebody else's wedding, your kids, your grandkids, or helping them out. So for some of you, it's you. It's your party, your wedding, your gathering, your home renovation, you're buying a home or upgrading it in some way or building one, or it could be about a gathering. But your money and this activity is all tied up here. Remember, these are general readings. So if you're like, this doesn't resonate with me, then you need to watch your rising sign and moon sign. Maybe if this is your sun sign, maybe it's not going to make sense for you right now. And don't forget, timing is different for all of you in general readings because you do not have the same birth chart. You're not all born on the same day or the same year, and you don't have the same birth time. So, hope those messages made sense to you. Now on to the sign of Taurus. So Taurus, the first card you have is Nine of Swords, and this could be not feeling well. You could be worried about somebody else that's not feeling well. You could be grieving the loss of a love relationship, of a breakup, or grieving some other kind of loss. This could also be migraine headaches, bad dreams. In the middle of April, or maybe even in May, you may feel like you are going against the grain in some way, and people don't like it. Now, where is this happening? That could be happening at work. That could be happening at a company or business you own. It could be happening with family. It could also be happening in a club, group, or organization you belong to, and you may feel like people don't agree with you, or people feel like you're being rebellious, or you're bucking the system, or you're going against the grain in some way. So you could feel like restricted. You could feel like people don't understand you. You could be feeling misunderstood. You may feel forced to comply with rules, laws, regulations, mandates, things that are going down that you don't like or agree with. So you could feel constricted, conflicted and constricted. Again, where is this happening? That could be happening at work. Again, I say work, but it could be maybe in your country, or in the state or province or city where you live, where they could be making new rules and laws and mandates and regulations. And you could feel like, yikes, this is just too restricting. Or it could be if you belong to certain clubs, groups, or organizations, there could be, or work for a big company, they could come down with some new rules that you feel like, whoa, this is too invasive, too restricting. Because I keep hearing having to comply. So, maybe new schedules are being forced upon you at work, new routines, new methods of how to do things. These things could be forced upon you, and you could feel like restricted and conflicted about it. You may also want to open up to somebody emotionally, or maybe even like conversationally, and they could be closed off to you or emotionally shut down from listening to you or connecting to you. Or you could be the one doing that. If somebody's trying to open up emotionally to you, or share a lot of insight and information with you, you could be the one that's closed off and shutting them down. The card you have with it is the Knight of Rods, so it could be a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could be you, Taurus, if your sun, moon, or rising sign is a fire sign. There could be somebody in your life that you feel bittersweet about, and it could be because you have to let them go. You may feel like you have to break up with someone, or perhaps you have a son or daughter that's moving out, that is going to college, moving out, moving away, getting married, doing something, or transitioning. Maybe they're transitioning. I don't know, but there's somebody that maybe it's an employee. Maybe it's an employee that's leaving, and you're like, they were a great employee. I have to let them go, but I don't want to let them go. It could be a son, a daughter. It could be a love partner. Like letting somebody go comes up here, and not wanting to, like it being difficult, bittersweet maybe. I do feel like this person is very outgoing. They may be quite gregarious, outgoing, friendly, talkative. This could be somebody that wants to be adventurous right now and want to see the world. So you may go, you know what, that sounds like my son, or sounds like my daughter, or sounds like one of my grandkids. Well, but they're not a fire sign. Well, do you know their sun, moon, and rising sign? Like it could be, they could be operating from their rising sign. And their rising sign could be fire, because this is a fire sign person somehow, sun, moon, or rising. They're motivated. They may want to focus their attention on something else, and be adventurous now, and they may want certain attention either from you or from somebody else to not be on them. They may feel like, look, I want to move on. I want to move on and see new sights, go to a different country, travel, go to a college, get married, see the world, do something. Maybe they're going into the military, and they're going to get, deployed somewhere. And you could feel like you don't want to let them go, but you may have to. I don't feel like you can stop it. So you have to see how this makes sense for you. Again, as I said in the Aries video, in the Aries part of the reading, if these messages do not make sense to you, you really should see what your rising sign is or your moon sign and go check them out. Not just on my readings, on astrology readings, other psychics or tarot card readers. You know, it will help you because sometimes your messages are not coming to you from your sun sign. And I know I do a lot of private readings, and I can't believe how many people I read over the years, even repeatedly, and they still don't know their rising sign or still don't know their sun's moon sign. It's not hard to find out. Go to a birth chart calculator, but you need to know your birth time. If you don't know your birth time, because you're going to have to put in your birthplace, your birth, the time you were born, the place you were born, city, city, town, all of that, birthday, you got to put all that in. So if you don't know your birth time, you may have to get a birth rectification chart done through a professional astrologer. That would have to be done that way. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Tauruses. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Hi, Gemini. I had to laugh because this card came up 3 times. So, there's a lot of judgment going on here for people in April of 2025. So the other signs that got judgment it's Gemini, Leo, and Capricorn all got judgment. So this is, what do we think about a situation? How do we feel about it? What's the word? What's the proclamation? How are things going to go down, and how does it affect everyone involved? This could also be an announcement being made by you, maybe, or to you. Some of you are going to go back to school. You're going to make an announcement or get an announcement you got accepted into some training program or something where you're going to broaden your mind and broaden your knowledge and broaden your education. So you could be telling your friends and family, hey, I'm going back to school. Hey, I'm doing this or that. I'm joining I'm getting a new job or new training at your job. You may be telling people you're moving. You may be saying to them, I'm making a clean sweep of my house. I'm getting rid of all the things I don't need anymore. You could be doing it because you're moving. You could be doing it because you just want to downsize and get rid of stuff. But I get a clean sweep of things to do with your house or property or land. And this could be in garages, in sheds, in attics and basements, or in your entire property. You may feel very inspired to give back to the community. You may be running some kind of fund drives or GoFundMe. You may be part of some kind of community like yard sale, or I remember when I was a kid, my mother was very, very into the historical society in the town where I grew up. And the historical society would do a yard sale. They would do a Christmas event to raise money and a yard sale in the spring. So you may be part of some club or group or organization that is trying to raise funds, and you could be making a clean sweep of your house to this community yard sale. And it could be to fundraise for the club, the group or organization or church or whatever it is you belong to. Some of you are going to get nominated for something. It could be to head a committee, be in charge of some kind of board, committee, group, or it could even be a political move also. So the card you have with it is the King of Pentacles, and you could be announcing that, like, hey, I'm running for office and this or that. or I got nominated. So here you have the King of Pentacles, and this is an earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you, Gemini, if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign in earth, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Some of you are going to build a life together with this earth sign person. You could be making an announcement that you're getting married, getting engaged, getting married, moving in together, birth of a child. You could be starting a family. This could be a boss that's telling you, hey, Gemini, we're changing things logistically. We're moving our company from here to here. Or, hey, Gemini, we're opening another branch or office or, you know, store, spot. And so some employees are going to be transferring over there. Maybe they're going to ask you if you want to be one of the ones that goes there to that location. This could be somebody that looks at you like you're very bright, very intelligent, very bright, but they don't want to see you hold yourself back. Maybe they feel like you're holding yourself back in your career or holding yourself back from something you want to do with your life in some other way, relationship-wise or family-wise. This could be somebody some of you Geminis could be attracted to. You may look at them like they would be a good love partner for you. So this could be somebody that you have a crush on or somebody you want to talk to see about getting together to go out on a date or something. Because I get some of you are attracted to this King of Pentacles person, but keep in mind it's a general reading that's not going to apply to all of you. This could be somebody in your life that may tell you, hey, Gemini, when you're mad or you've had a bad day, you have a tendency to take things out on other people. So this could be somebody that tells you that that's in your family. It could be your significant other. It could be somebody you work with. I don't know who's telling you. But you could have somebody that's an earth sign person say to you, hey, you know, Gemini, when you're having a bad day or you're mad at other things going on in life, you have the tendency to take that anger out on whoever this King of Pentacles is, or they may be just telling you, hey, you do that to other people. So something to think about. Don't get mad at me, Gemini. Some of you that doesn't apply to. Keep in mind, watch your sun, moon, and rising sign to get a more clear picture of what's going on for you in these readings, because they are general. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Hi, Cancer. So the first card you have in your reading is the Ace of Rods, which is new beginnings of any kind. Could be birth of a child, new love relationship, receiving an inheritance. It could be, you know, moving, buying a new home, starting a new job. You could just feel like your life is having some kind of rebirth here in mid-April. Some of you are closing the deal on something. This could be to purchase a home. It could be like maybe you're getting a new job, or you're hiring somebody, or maybe if it's buying something else. Maybe it's not buying a new home, but I get like closing a deal. Maybe if you get clients and customers for a company or business you own or work for, you're closing a deal with a client or customer. I feel like my guides are saying you're going to feel like you're owning something. And I hear your capital is increasing. So that means money's increasing for you in mid-April. Some of you are going to begin to start a new job, Or if you got promoted, it could be a new job within a company you already work for. You may also be training and leading and instructing others at a career, in your career, at your job, or maybe if you belong to some kind of club, group, or organization, you may be instructing others at that, club, group, or organization. I get you like bringing out more things for people to look at. If you have a YouTube channel or a channel on Rumble or something else, like an online website, you could be bringing out new things for people to purchase, to look at, to listen to. And you're going to gain financial gain from it. You could be doing like lectures, tutorials. You may start training people. Something that was stuck in your life, stagnant or stale or stuck, is now going to start moving forward, changing, moving forward. That all comes up here. Look what you have with it. That makes sense looking at this card. You have the 8 of Rods. So the 8 of Rods is news coming to you swiftly, communications, swift or sudden change, long distance travel, or the arrows of love coming at you. Lots of rods showed up this month in quite a few places here for a few of the signs. I do get like you're going to start to either see how you can advance in your career, or your career will start moving forward. You're going to have advancement here. I feel like you're going to be talking to important people. This could be bosses, owners, managers, supervisors. This card can also mean travel. I don't know if I said that. It can mean travel. You could be going through some kind of learning process yourself. You could be getting training. Some of you could be doing this online. You could be having communications about some kind of training that you're either going to be giving other people or receiving yourself. You could be finding out about it, like when it starts, what you need to bring, what's expected of you. Those things could crop up for you now in mid-April or even going into May. You may learn how to process news, communication, and information more quickly if you have a job where you deal with computers, which most people do anymore. It could be like learning new programs that you have to deal with, or new like formats that you use to like send out communications to people and how you receive your communications. This could be with any kind of like phone systems, fax machines, computers, anything that could be communication based or oriented. This could be changing or being implemented. And if you don't work at a job or have your own business, it could be happening within your home, how you're giving and receiving communications in your home. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. And if you like this video or feel like any of my videos help you out ever, please click like and leave a comment down below. All of that engagement really helps this channel, because I would like to see my channel grow. I've been on for 10 years, and I'd like to see my videos get recommended to more people. So thank you for that. So now on to the sign of Leo. Hi, Leo. First card you have is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is a card that symbolizes new love coming in, so a new love relationship could show up, or a rebirth of an existing love relationship. If it's not a love relationship, this could be love you have for somebody else in your, like your kids, your grandkids. It could be love of doing something also. If you're already coupled, I feel like you're feeling more loving and demonstrative of your love to your partner in April. You may want to give them a gift, a present, or just, do a lot of kind and loving gestures their way. If you are single, April could be a month where you start a new love relationship. I feel if it's going to occur, some of you Leos, if you're single, this could start around the middle of the month of April. But I keep getting doing things to demonstrate your love, showering somebody with love, giving them gifts, showing them more time, attention, and affection does come up here. And if you're single and you're not dating and a new love doesn't come in and you're not coupled, this could be to somebody in your family that you're a friend that you really love and care about. You could be showing them a lot of love and affection and attention through loving and kindness and gestures. If you're already coupled and you are not married or living together, you could want your relationship to grow and increase in April. You may suggest moving in together or getting engaged, or maybe even getting married. If you're already engaged, April could be your wedding month. This may be a month, maybe even in April too, where you give love advice. Now, maybe you're a therapist. And don't laugh. I have people laugh sometimes when I say, oh, if you're in politics or you laugh. I've talked to therapists for readings. They've come to me for readings, and lawyers and people in politics. So you laugh all you like. People do consult psychics. You could be a psychic or an astrologer, where you're giving love, or a friend, you're giving love relationship advice. So you could be a therapist, a friend, a psychic, an astrologer, a counselor, where you're giving love advice to someone. Now, the card you have with it, this has come up in this mid-month of April. It's come up 3 times. Gemini, Leo, and Capricorn all got it. Judgment. So this is, what do we think about a situation? How do we feel about it? What's the word? What's the proclamation? How are things going to go down? And how does it affect everyone involved? Again, I hear, I would not be surprised if there's a lot of Leos out there that have been dating somebody that get engaged in April or married, because this comes up like an announcement, you making the announcement. Or maybe you got engaged, or you went off and eloped, and now you're announcing it to your friends and family. Again, I get closing the deal, sealing the deal. So if you whatever that is, maybe you've been dating a long time, but now you're like, well, we're going to seal the deal. We're going to move in together. Well, we're going to seal the deal. We're going to get married. Well, we're sealing the deal. We're getting engaged. Oh, we're sealing the deal. Now we're having kids and starting a family. And you could be announcing this to people. And again, I get showering somebody with love, attention, affection. So this is, the judgment could be like the announcing these things and feelings to someone that you love and care about. Some of you could be putting your house up for sale and moving. or like if you have an apartment or like whatever your living situation is, you may be talking about doing that. You and whoever you love may be working on that. I feel like any relationships you have that involve love, you're going to have more peace, contentment, and harmony in April going into May. It may happen midpoint or later in April and going into May. I wouldn't look for this like, well, this is a mid-month update. I don't know that this is happening so much right at the beginning of the month. But we're past that. It is the mid-month update. Wake up, Pam. Where are you? Out in space? I guess so. So I hope those messages were of help too, and I hope they made sense. And if you like this video, please share it with other people. It does help this channel grow, and subscribe to this channel because I would like to reach more people to see my videos. If the algorithms don't recognize me, then other people that like psychic readings or want to hear more, they won't recommend me to them. They used to all the time, but I don't see that happening as much. So it helps me when you do that. So I appreciate you. Thank you. So now on to the sign of Virgo. Hi, Virgo. The first card you have is make sure I'm putting them in the right order, Four of Swords. And this is a pause, a resting phase, a meditative state of recuperation from an illness. It could indicate prayer. Some of you may feel like you're doing inner and outer healing in the month of April. You may be going for acupuncture, acupressure, massage, meditation, healing, anything healing, Reiki. It's like a cleansing of your spirit, a cleansing of your soul. So any healing modalities might be really good for you to pursue in this mid-month of April and going into May. It could be a time in mid-April where you feel, Virgo, like you need to regroup. You may be like, okay, a lot of things are happening, a lot of changes with you. Could be things in your family going on and out in the world. And you may be like, okay, I gotta heal and I need to regroup and figure out what's my next move. What am I doing, the rest of this year, or, within the next couple of weeks or months. You could feel like you have to answer someone. There could be somebody that's like, okay, I need an answer. Are you taking this job or not? Hey, I proposed to you. You told me you're going to think it over. Do you have an answer? I want to know, are we going to do this or not? Like, I don't know what the scenario is, but you could have somebody, maybe you have a boss that's going to be like, hey, I need to transfer you to another location, or I want to move you to another department, but it's up to you. Are you going to do it or are you not? Do you want to get promoted to manager and supervisor, or do you not? You don't have to, but let me know. Like, that kind of energy is here. So you may feel a little bit like somebody wants answers, wants you to answer something. You could experience headaches, migraines, or sinus headaches or pressure could come up for you in April. Could be allergy related. I live in the northern hemisphere, and blooms, buds are starting to bloom, form and bloom. So that could be happening where you are, which could create headaches, allergies, because that is also being mentioned here. The card you have to go with it is here's another rod card. They keep showing up. King of Rods. You could say Wands if you like it better, but King of Rods. That is a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising sign person. It could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. There could be some vindictive behavior coming from the King of Rods. This could also be somebody that's in charge or wants to put you in charge of something. I feel like this is somebody that wants you to muster up your courage and strength and wants you to take a chance and do more. So for some of you, this could be your boss. For some of you, it could be, you know, your significant other, a love partner that is like, you know, encouraging you, wanting you to have more bravery, wanting to see you do more, maybe with your career or within the relationship. It could be something like that. Some of you will be giving your employer notice. You may say, you know, maybe you're going to go to another job, or you're moving, or you're taking a new career, you're getting into a new career, or you're going back to school and getting more education or training. But I do pick up for some of you Virgos, sun, moon, or rising sign people could be giving their job notice in April or May. You may have to heal from an old wound or injury that comes back up again. If you hurt yourself in the past or even in a previous incarnation, don't think I'm nuts, because that's actually happened to me in my physical body, where in a previous incarnation, because I saw it through hypnosis, past life regression, where I got very badly hurt, and that wound and issue came up again in this lifetime, and acupuncture actually healed it. But so an old wound, it's coming up to me, an old wound or injury could reoccur. And you may think, I thought I was past that. I thought it was healed. So again, look, I did say this could symbolize acupuncture. If that's something that happens to you, you may want to look into it. If you have some wound or something that's like a reoccurring thing, or something, could even be emotional. Maybe it's not a physical problem, like, you know, a hip, a knee, a shoulder, you know, somewhere else on your body. It could be emotionally that you thought was healed that could kick up again, that you may need to address in some way. Psychotherapy, Reiki, traditional Western medicine, acupuncture, acupressure, whatever will work for you. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Libra. Hi, Libra. The first card you have in this mid-month update for April is the Empress card. And this is a maternal figure that could be crossed over to the other side, or one that's in the living, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, someone like a mother figure to you. It could be you. You could be the Empress. This could indicate the birth of a child, or the birth of a business, project, plan, or an idea. You may be going through emotionalism, a lot of emotions about your mother in April. Now, this could be like memories if your mother's passed away. It could be, or if you're estranged from your mother, or maybe your mother like moved away and you don't communicate with her much. You could be feeling emotional about your mother in April. Some of you, this could cause you to, if she's still living, to want to talk to her or to see her again. If she's deceased, this could cause you to want to speak to her through a medium, through a psychic medium. You could feel very strongly motherly to one of your kids or your grandkids this month. If you have little children or grandkids, you may really want to open up to them and tell them stories, like read them books or tell them stories of your life when you were growing up, what it was like when you were little, or, you know, whatever, or stories that your parents told you when you were little. Now you want to turn around and tell these stories to your children or grandchildren. You could feel very sensitive. Again, I get, like, if it's not about your mother, you could just be feeling very sensitive and emotional in the month of April going into May. Some of you could start a family business, or you can inherit a family business that you run or you and other family members run that could really end up working out. If you have a business already, you may be buying new supplies, new equipment, new technology for that business, or furnishings, lighting, rugs, display counters, whatever it is you would need at your business. The card you have with it is the Ten of Pentacles. This is a card that symbolizes receiving an inheritance, money coming to you through family channels, could be a gift of cash. This could be you and your partner working together to bring a strong financial foundation to your family. You could win money possibly with the Ten of Pentacles. The other signs that got it was your fellow air sign of Aquarius, also got the Ten of Pentacles. I do get you making more money together as a family, so you and your love partner could be making more money. If you, whether maybe you're not coupled, but you're a family and you have a family business, or you all contribute to the family to survive, you and your other family members could, or you yourself and you, possibly you and other family members could be making more money to contribute. You could start to feel more secure about your finances and your financial picture in April. If you own your own business, you could be encouraged, or even if you work for another business or company, you could be encouraged to take on more clients, more customers. If you have like patients or patrons, whatever it makes sense for you, personal accounts, big accounts, like taking on more clients, customers, patrons, accounts, all of that comes up here for Libras, and you would be doing well financially. If you have a business, or if you're a sole proprietor, I feel like, or even if you're just working for another company, I feel like more respectability, more notoriety, more acknowledgement, more respectability comes to Libra, regardless of where or how you're making your money, whether you work for another company, whether you own your own business, whether you're a sole proprietor. I feel like you're getting more positivity coming to you, people talking about your business more, good public relations happening. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. The first card you have is Ten of Cups. This is happily ever after. It could be happy love, happy marriage, happy relationship. You could be having some kind of good luck and good fortune could come to you. The other sign that got Ten of Cups is Aquarius. If you put yourself out there and you want to meet somebody new, right? Like you put yourself out there relationship-wise or dating-wise, it could go very well for you in April and going into May. You could have a successful connection with somebody. And if you meet somebody new, you could start dating. Like, this wouldn't just be like, I don't feel like it's just a quick hookup. I feel like it could turn into something. Some of you could be getting married. Some of you could be getting engaged. Some of you, if you've been dating, your relationship could be going up to the next level and you could be more committed with each other. A relationship you're in right now could be strengthened, getting strengthened. Building a life together with someone, strengthening the family, building a life together, all these things are being mentioned. If you are single and you're not dating and you don't meet somebody, something you wanted to have happen comes to fruition. So if you wanted a promotion or a raise, or you were hoping that, you put a bid on a property and you were hoping you were going to get it. So this is for people not married, not engaged, not in love. You get something you want, something that has been like you've been wanting it and maybe pursuing it, not just wanting it only, but taking action steps to try to get it. It could manifest for you now in April, especially the last week of April and going into May. You could have a friendship with someone that you have a real fondness for them, could develop into a love relationship. So a friendship could actually turn into something romantic. You could have advancement in your career. And this keeps coming up for the signs. Buying a new property is possible for some of you. So the card you have to go with it in the mid-month of April, you have the Strength card. This is having inner courage and inner strength, strength and courage over adversity, spiritual power over the material world, taming the savage beast in yourself or in someone else or in a situation. You may even be dealing with a Leo. If you needed to get into some club, group, organization, or a like school or something, I feel like you get accepted. If you do anything in writing, or maybe even in a video format, I feel something you put out to the public really resonates with people and makes sense to them. So you could be putting out strong information. Maybe you're an astrologer and you're writing, blogs or making videos about astrology that really resonate with people. And they're like, you know what? This is really strong information that resonates. That could happen for some of you. Some of you could be in a relationship that you want to build and make stronger. And so your relationships could be strengthening. And if it's not a love partner relationship, it could be some other type of relationship that you really care about, could be strengthened and made stronger. This is a little weird of a message, but maybe it'll make sense to some of you. I hear some of you may have to not try to utilize force or your will too much to get what you want, that taking a more relaxed approach and trusting the process and trusting God or the universe, whatever you want to say, will work out for you. So it's like having inner strength and belief that things are going to work out, but not you pushing forward with strength of exercising your will. That was a little bit of a weird message there, Scorpio, but hopefully that will make sense to some of you. And remember, if these messages don't resonate with you for your sun sign, and Scorpio is your sun sign, you really should watch your rising sign or moon sign. I'm going to repeat myself. I said this in one of the other signs. I honestly cannot believe how many people I read that watched my videos that don't know their rising sign or moon sign. It's staggering. It's surprising and staggering. And it's not hard to find out. You need your birth certificate to find out your birth time, because you're going to need that. And you go to a birth chart calculator, a free natal chart calculator. Search them on Google. Different websites will come up, and you're going to have to enter your place you were born, the day you were born, the time you were born, and it'll generate a birth chart for you, and you'll see where all your planets were. And you'll know your rising sign and your moon sign. And if you don't know your birth time, you can get a birth rectification chart done by a professional astrologer. And they can work with you, and they can figure out what time you were born. So it's not impossible to do. But you may want to think about it, because I'm not talking about just to watch my readings. If you want to watch astrology readings, or, other psychics or tarot card readers on, the internet, you may want to watch, could really help you out to know your rising sign and your moon sign if you don't know it. You're missing out on a lot of information. But many of you Scorpios probably know it. But I'm just saying it here. I was inspired to bring it up again. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of, where am I now? Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. The first card you have is the Queen of Swords. This is an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is, or even maybe your sun sign. If your sun, moon, or rising sign is a air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. You may find that in the mid-month of April or going into May, you have to do things up to a certain standard or code. Could be coming from a boss or a manager, supervisor, manager. Could be something like you're at your town and maybe you have to do something up to code if you're trying to build something, or something you're working on at your job. You may have to do something up to some specific code, or involving coding, computer coding. It could be that. This could be somebody you meet. Some of you could meet an air sign person in the month of April going into May that could really give you a lot to think about. You may look at them like they're bright, they're witty, funny. You may be giving them something to talk about. Your behavior, maybe you're witty, bright, and funny, or maybe you're like you like to goof around, or you make a lot of jokes, or you do some funny things, or you say some intriguing, bring up some intriguing topics or points. You may be giving this Queen of Swords, this air sign person, a lot to think about. You could be treating them in some way, like if you could be giving them something, herbal tinctures, homeopathic remedies, suggestions and advice about certain vitamins, minerals, detox plans, cleanses. You could be helping them through some medical condition or something, some type of healing. You may be helping them physically heal or heal in some other way with advice, suggestions. If you work in a profession that does healing work or anything like that, like Reiki or anything, you could be doing that to help this air sign person. The card you have with it is the Six of Cups. This is two people that are intertwined with each other that have a reincarnational past. You've known them before, maybe as a couple, but maybe in a different sense. And you've reincarnated in this lifetime to solve karma. This could also be fond childhood memories or indicating children. So you could have a past life connection with this Queen of Swords air sign person. This could be somebody you want to date or somebody you would like as a friend, because you may feel like you want them in your corner. If there's something going on at work and you feel like you're under pressure, you're under the gun in some way, you may feel like, I want this Queen of Swords in my corner to back me up or help me out with something that you have to do or something important that could be coming up. It could be happening at in a workplace situation. This could be somebody you meet that then the relationship sparks off into a love relationship. This could also be somebody you're already intertwined with and the relationship could elevate to the next level. There's going to be a lot of communications between you and the Queen of Swords. And a lot of like posturing and feeling each other out to see where each other is. This could involve love and romance, but it could also be in other ways. If you're already coupled with this Queen of Swords person, you could be getting off a lot, each of you getting a lot off your chest to each other, like confiding in each other, revealing certain things. Could come up here with you and the Queen of Swords, this air sign person, in April or even going into May. But, you know, timing is different for all of you. These are general readings. This could happen later. I feel like you're going to believe in each other. And I feel that you could really take a chance with each other. So if this is somebody you need to hire to help you, like, at your place where you live, or to help you with your health, or to help you at a business you own, or to hire to work for a company or business you own or work for, I feel that that will go well and could work out. So I hope these messages were of help to you and I hope they made sense. Please like this video if you liked it. And if you feel like my messages and predictions from my spirit guides are helpful to you, because when you just click that like button, it really helps this channel. And when you comment, share, like, subscribe, then the algorithms acknowledge this channel, which they seem to not, and not like they used to, not like the old days. And it'll promote my videos to other people that want psychic readings and want, you know, so can make this channel grow. So it helps me out. So thank you for that. And now on to the sign of Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. The first card you have in the reading is the Judgment card. And this is, what do we think about a situation? How do we feel about it? What's the word? What's the proclamation? How are things going to go down, and how does it affect everyone involved? And this card came up 3 times in mid-April: Gemini, Leo, and Capricorn. You all got the Judgment card. I feel like if you have any important meetings or going for a job interview, or you're trying to connect with somebody new, romantically speaking, my guides are telling me that you bring a lot to the table. You're going to be demonstrating and showing your talents, your skills, your knowledge, your abilities. If you have any important business meetings or interviews, I feel like you're going to feel like I've got control of this, or I'm in command of what's happening. You're going to feel like, yeah, this is going well. If you have to audition for anything or try out for a job or a sports team or something, I feel like you're going to be really good at demonstrating what you know how to do. You're going to be really good at demonstrating that. You're going to have a lot of pride in your work and in your accomplishments and your talents and skills and knowledge, and you're going to show that. That will be obvious to, like, maybe you need to show that to the public. Maybe it's not a job interview or to your boss. It could be to the public, or it could even be to potential clients and customers. I feel like you're also going to spend a lot of time on yourself this month, as far as like, you know, maybe you're going to get facials, massages, exercise, diet, skincare regime, anything about self-care, caring for yourself, spending time on yourself. Like, maybe you want to go shopping and get a new wardrobe. Maybe you want to get your nails done, or get, you know, your hair dyed or cut in a different style. Like, spending time and money or effort on yourself comes up here. And maybe you're going to do it in other ways. Maybe it's not going to be appearance-wise. Maybe it's going to be like, well, I always wanted to learn how to make jewelry, or do wheel-thrown pottery, or like speak a foreign language. Well, you'll spend time on doing those things, because this would be something that would be enriching to you. So the card you have with it is the Knight of Cups, and this is a water sign person: Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is a water sign. Could be somebody else you're dealing with. If you meet somebody out in the dating world, or it doesn't have to be dating, it could be like in some other capacity, you're going to make a lasting impression on this Knight of Cups person. This person may look at you like you are wickedly wonderful, wise, funny, witty, whatever. Like, they may find you highly interesting and entertaining. You may look at them like they're very special, like they could be very gifted and talented in some way. Maybe they're psychic, or they have a lot of talents in like art. Maybe they're a great artist, or a writer, or a musician, or sculptor, or some other kind of talent. So you may look at them like they're very gifted, special, and talented. If you get involved with them romantically speaking, you could make some of your dreams come true for some of you. Now, for some of you, this could be somebody that you, like a little turn here, where you could feel like they're not giving you the credit you deserve. Maybe they're a love partner to you, and you're like, hey, you know what? You're taking me for granted. Or, hey, you don't give me the credit I deserve. You could feel that way about a boss, or a manager, or a supervisor. You may feel like, hey, you know what? I do all this work for you, and I work overtime, or I'm always on call whenever you need me, and you underappreciate me. You don't give me the credit I deserve. You could feel that. Maybe you're like, you need to give me a raise. I do all this, that, and the other. Nobody else does it. You know, you need to compensate me in some way. Some of you Capricorns could feel that way if the Knight of Cups, you could feel that way about a love partner, right? So it could be a boss to you, a love partner to you. If there's been any issues in a relationship, you could go round and round with them this month, going into May, where you're like, you know, having at odds with each other, or trying to sort things out that have been misunderstandings, or I don't know why my nose is itching me so badly all of a sudden. Just because it's spring here in the Northern Hemisphere could do it. So you could be going round and round with a partner. It could be a business partner. It could be a love partner, where you may have had miscommunication, misunderstandings, things that you don't agree with that need to get sorted out. So you had one extreme or the other here, Capricorn. So you need to listen to this again and sort out. But always watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign, because maybe your Capricorn sun sign, and maybe really here I'm talking more to Capricorn rising. I don't know, but it'll vary. It varies month to month. Like some people may tell me one month, my rising sign was dead on, but the next month their sun sign is what's talking to them. Can't explain it. I can't give you the reason. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. Here's your cards. You got some good ones. And I'm an Aquarius sun sign, so I was happy to see these two show up. So you have 10 of Cups. So this is all good things coming to you, emotional, good marriage, happiness, good luck. You could have a lot of good luck, happy children, happy family, happy health, good luck in love and romance could come up, strong marriage. You could have strong unity with someone. You could feel like you're ready to go. Maybe you're ready to get married or ready to start dating, or maybe a relationship is forming and you're like, you know what, this is great. I like this relationship. Let's go. Let's get this relationship going. You could feel very strengthened and like all is right with the world within your family. You could feel like things are improving, things within your family situation or in your family life are going well and improving. You could feel like you're coming out of some time where things were very stuck, stagnant, not progressing in your life. Could be in your love life, could be in a relationship, could have been your life in general. Well, now that energy is now like turning in your favor. Things are starting to progress. Life changes are happening. Things are moving forward. You could form a very strong emotional attachment to somebody this month, where you could feel like you want to spend a lot of time with them. You want to see each other more. You could see progress in maybe even more than one relationship, family relationship, love relationship. You could feel like almost like you have a new life beginning. Like some aspect of your life is being activated, regenerated, ignited, moving forward. You may feel like you want to keep up with family members. Like keep up with them. Like maybe people you haven't talked to or seen for a while. People that are at a distance. People that you love and care about that you've lost touch with, whether they're family or not. This could be friends, love partner. You may feel like you want to catch up with them, keep up with them, what's going on with them, get a renewed sense of what's happening for them in their life, not lose touch with them. So the card you have with it, this card came up. So your 10 of Cups card, Scorpio also had 10 of Cups. Now your next card, 10 of Pentacles, Libra, your fellow air sign, also had it. And this is, so you had 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Look at that. You got a lucky thing going on here, Aquarius. So this is, could be receiving an inheritance, money coming to you through family channels, a gift of cash. It could be you and your partner working strongly together in a partnership or in a coupled situation to bring in stronger financial foundation to your family. 10 of Cups could also indicate maybe you're going to win money. Some of you, it does look like some money could come to you, either like a gift of cash or an inheritance, or maybe you're going to get a bonus or a commissions check at work. But I feel like, you know, it could be from the sale of something, like if you sell property or something, because I get, or something of value, I get like cash coming to you. And this will stabilize your life in some way. It's going to help fortify your life, stabilize your life, build a stronger foundation for you and or your family. If you own your own business or you work, you're going to be generating more money from what you're doing. And this could happen like really quickly, unexpectedly, and may even feel like almost like outside of the box. Like, well, I didn't see that coming. I didn't expect that to show up. That kind of energy could show up for you with this money coming in. Like, I don't know that you're going to see it coming. I mean, some of you may expect it or anticipate it, but I feel for some of you, it comes in kind of quickly, maybe abruptly, and for some of you, surprisingly. If you own a business or you are a sole proprietor or something, you could get taken more seriously. Your business or the work you're doing, even if you work for another business or company, you don't have to own your own business or be a sole proprietor, but something you're doing where you generate money could now be taken more seriously. The public could be taking you more seriously. Your bosses could be taking you more seriously. Your clients and customers could be taking you more seriously. And then because of that, you end up gaining financial gain. They give you a raise, you make more money, you get more clients and customers, you get more business, whatever it is. Like, more money is coming to you. So looks like you got some good things going on here in mid-April, or you may see this happen in May. Some of you, it may take until June. And anything, did I already say this? If you have to sell anything, you could, like, could be personal items or a home, something you're trying to sell. You could make good money from something you're selling or something you're creating and selling. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of, last but not least, Pisces. Hi, Pisces. You have some interesting cards here. The first card you have is the Sun, which is spotlight being on you, success in the material world. This could be joy, happiness, exuberance, could indicate love. Sometimes the Sun is the birth of a child. Some of you Pisces are going to bring a lot of joy to people with what you're doing, thinking, creating, or saying. You're going to show people how much you've learned, how much you've grown. You may be adapting and adopting a whole new positive outlook and attitude. Some of you Pisces are going to feel like something's going your way. You may have to shoulder more responsibility, but I feel like you will be able to showcase your talents, knowledge, and skills, or abilities or whatever it is you're showcasing. Could be products and services. This could be a more romantic time for you. You could feel like you're more open to love if you're single. You may feel like you're more open to love and romance. You may be interested in connecting with somebody. You may have somebody in mind. Maybe you meet somebody new this month. If you're already coupled, you and your partner may start devising some new plans of things that you want to do. Like maybe you're devising a plan to start a business together, or to move, or to start a family, or something else, to travel. You may be working together with your partner to devise some new plans. I feel like some of you are going to receive good news. Good news for some Pisces. I feel like this could happen around the 24th of April, but it could happen anytime at the end of April or going into May. But I'm seeing the 24th, like 24th, 25th, 26th is highlighted. Some of you could be getting married. Or you could be changing your name, either through marriage, or you may just decide you want to legally change your name. And if it's not your own name, maybe you want to create a business name, or you already have a business name that you're changing. So it could be your personal name, it could be a business name. So the card you have with it is the Lovers. Look at that. Look at those two together there, Pisces. That looks pretty good. So the Lovers card is two people that are intertwined with each other and have an empathic and an empathetic connection with each other. This could also indicate like sexual love, could indicate an affair. It's not always love, though. Sometimes it's just sex and sensuality, but it could be love. Some of you, I do feel like you're going to join up with somebody, meet up with them. It could be for a hookup, but it could be like maybe you meet on a dating site and you're like, well, let's meet up. I do feel that some of you will be meeting somebody and starting a romantic union with them. Yeah, and don't be surprised if you find yourself like filled with passion and desire. You could have a one-night stand here. Could kick up. And you could also be doing things to make yourself come off more seductive. You could dress more seductively. You could be, maybe you're going to change, like maybe you're going to start to wear a certain kind of cologne or perfume or some kind of fragrance. You could be wearing more provocative clothing, like anything like that that increases your mojo. You could be getting involved in doing those things to help you, because some of you, if you're already attached, you could just be feeling more amorous to your partner in April or going into May. You could have a lot of questions in your mind this month about love, love partners, relationships. If you're single, I feel like you're going to do things to improve your chances to make a love connection. Now, I know there's Pisces out there that are going to say, I'm not interested in love. I'm done with love. I'm not dating anybody. That doesn't apply to me. Well, then you need to watch your rising sign or sun sign or moon sign, whatever if this is your sun sign, watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because I can't change what the messages are. You could be doing things just differently to change the way your appearance looks. Or if you're single and you're like, no, You could be doing things just to change your appearance. Or if you own a business or create anything visual, art, videos, you could be doing things to change their appearance of art, of videos, of anything you put out there. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you liked it, and share it with others if you feel it's worth sharing. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and click that bell and all so you'll receive notifications when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And as I said at the beginning of the video, I have many video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos. I'm going to list some of the names of them here, but all of the, not all, but a lot of the links for these videos are down below in the description box under the video, or they're on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. The links are there. And the most recently recorded video series I have is my Neptune in Aries Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings for a 14-year time period. Neptune went into Aries on March 30th, and it's going to retrograde out and go back into Pisces in October until January, but then in January, it goes back into Aries until 2039. So you may want to check those videos out. Those predictions will last you for 14 years. So you may want to see what comes up there in those readings. Also, don't forget my psychic crystal readings for the month of April 2025. They're available. They're a continuation and an expansion of the psychic tarot readings that I do at the beginning of the month. So if you want to see what my guide said for you in the crystal for April, for your zodiac sign, sun, moon, or rising sign, you may want to check those videos out. Also, my past, present, and future psychic tarot readings using the Osha Zen tarot deck. They're a very different deck. It's a popular video series. I did them 5 years ago. I did them again. You may want to see what comes up for you there. My What's Lucky and New for You in 2025 Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings are also available on Vimeo. You're being affected by these eclipses we had in March. We had two, one on the 14th, one on the 29th. I did two separate video series of for these eclipse effects, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each of those eclipses. You may want to check those out because you're being affected by those eclipses probably for a year. Then my financial psychic tarot readings for the year of 2025 for each sign of the zodiac. If you want to see how your financial picture looks for this year, those videos are available. And my big love readings for 2025 for singles and couples. First half of the reading is for single people of your sign. Second half of the reading is for the coupled people of your sign. But you should watch the entire reading because there's crossover from singles to couples and couples to singles. And I will be doing a mid-year psychic love readings, but not yet. That's not going to be till either June or July. So you may want to check out the love readings for the entire year. Also, my 10-card Celtic Cross Psychic Tarot readings for the new year of 2025. If you did not listen to them yet, that's 10 cards, Celtic Cross, Tarot spread, a lot of messages and predictions there for this entire year. And my Psychic Crystal readings for the new year of 2025 are also available. Please follow me on my social media pages, the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, the Lucky Mermaid at the Lucky Mermaid, or Pam, I think it's Pamela Georgel at the Lucky Mermaid on my account on X. I post written predictions and messages on Facebook, on X. I also put them on the community posts on my YouTube channel, community post, Pamela Georgel. You may want to check them out. I don't use Instagram too much anymore, too much fraud, too many people copying my accounts. And you need to, please hear me here. Beware, 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 beware. If anybody contacts you and says they're me and they're offering to give you a reading, it is not me. I don't contact anybody on my social media pages. I do not need to do that. I have well over 2,000 people waiting to talk to me that are on my wait list and my cancellations list. If you want to get on my cancellations list, you can go to my website scheduling page at theluckymermaid.com and you can read how to get on the cancellations list. The wait list I had to close. There was just way too many people on them. I'm never going to get through them all. So if anybody contacts you and acts like they're me, even if they have my picture, you know, people copy pictures. They can make it look like they are the person you follow on YouTube, but it's not me. Unless you're on my wait list or cancellations list, I'm not contacting you. So please report and block those people. If they would straighten it up over there on Instagram, I'd go back on there, but it happened way too many times. So just beware of that, because these people want to scam you. They want your information and they want your money, or both. So one or the other or both. So really, really beware on the internet anymore. They can copy anything. So I wish you absolutely fantastic things to come to you this second half of April 2025. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.